I had been at a show a couple of weeks ago, and there was a comic there that I really respected, and I'd asked her something, because when I was performing, the audience was just dead. I mean, no energy at all. And I was like, how do you deal with that? What do you do? And she told me that the best strategy was to insult the audience. I was like, really? That works? She's like, yeah, no, audiences love it when you make fun of them. Okay, so then I go to the show the next day, same thing. Audience is just super low energy. Everyone's just, yeah. And so I get up there and I'm like, you know what? What's there to lose? I'll give it a try. And I'm like, well, I'm glad to see you guys brought your A games tonight. It'd be a shame if we all had a miserable time here. And they start to chuckle a little bit. And I'm like, oh my God, this is working. This is amazing. And so I try something else. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's only 6 degrees outside. How awful would it be for you guys to try to enjoy yourselves a little bit, you know, as the night is wrapping up? I see you guys all went on Groupon and got the funny bone removal before coming here tonight. And they start to laugh a little bit more. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to bring it home now. I was like, and you're stupid and ugly and impotent too. And that is where I lost them. And then the crowd went silent. And the silence was broken by a sound that kind of sounded like, boo, you suck, get off the stage. Which I later learned was people in the audience saying, boo, you suck, get off the stage. So I've been doing this for a little bit. One show, the MC introduced me as Jake, which is not my name. But rather than correcting him, I got on stage and said, I'm sorry, you're right. Jake is a better name. I do look like a Jake. I'm going to get that fixed for next time, because this is your show, and I just want you to be happy. And it was then that I realized I have spent way too much of my life in the Midwest. Because that is an unhealthy response to that situation. I realize I'm getting a little bit older now, too. I'm almost 30, and I was listening to the radio the other day. Actually, I'm not almost 30. I am 30. Oh my God, I really am getting older. I was listening to the news on the radio, and they were talking about some court case files that had gone missing, dating back almost 30 years. And my first thought was the 1970s were whack. And then I kept driving, and I realized, nah, that's not right. 30 years ago was the 1990s. And what I realized happened was when I was like 12 or so, like 2002, I learned that 30 years ago was the 1970s. And then I decided, well, that information's never going to change. That is some future-proof facts right there. You can just lock that away, never update that. It's the same with college. I refer to college as a couple years ago, and my 10-year reunion's coming up. And I still tell people I'll be able to grow a real beard when I'm a real adult. When I'm a real adult, did any of you see me and think, that little boy sure is out late tonight, I hope his parents know where he is? No, of course not. I told my girlfriend that, and she was like, no, you don't look younger than 30, you don't look younger than 45 most of the time. Like, thanks, I'm about to go perform in front of strangers for their, accolades and approval, and that's the kind of feedback I need right now, is telling me that I look 15 years older than I am. So, I got one more, I guess. Another thing I've realized as I've gotten older is some things that I used to believe were true are just not true. Like, I used to think that women could find workout clothing that wasn't tight-fitting or midriff exposing or cleavage bearing if they just looked hard enough. And then I went looking for a birthday gift for my mom, and she wanted workout clothing. And nothing makes you think about the sexuality of a piece of clothing quite like picturing your 65-year-old overweight mother doing deep squats in them, asking you to check her form. And since I had to think that, I want you all to think about that for a moment. Just imagine your mothers in there. But it's the case with men, too. Like, they wouldn't make a mannequin out of my dad's torso, because I don't know how you would carve that much back hair into something like that anyway. I suppose you would just pick up some remnants of carpet from the Home Depot and glue it on the back. But you're not selling anyone Calvin Klein's with that mannequin. But anyway, so I was looking for my mother. I was like, okay, there's got to be something here that'll work. And then I finally hit upon a solution. The perfect workout pants for my mom. And so if you're ever at the gym and you see an older lady running on the treadmill in snow pants, that is my mother. That is all for me tonight. I'm Luke Langfeldt. Thank you guys very much. You've been wonderful.